On his Austrian tour, after Innsbruck came Salzburg, Mozart's birthplace. In his days with von Karajan and the Berlin Philharmonic, Galway came here frequently to play in the Opera House. Now he's to give a concert with the Solisti Veneti in the converted riding school next door.
It's sort of funny to be here without Herbert, and it's funny to be here without the Berlin Philharmonic. But on the other hand, you know, to be in Mozart's town, playing his music, you get a certain kick out of that. For me, it's a great honor to be asked to play Mozart here, in a place where the people grew up with Mozart and where they're rather specialized in knowing Mozart. It makes you really concentrate on the whole thing and think what you really are doing.
What I like in Jimmy's particular interpretation of Mozart is really that he plays it in a very deep way. He sees really in Mozart the great composer of theater, as Mozart was. Many people forget, as well with Vivaldi as with Mozart, that both were opera composers. And many performers care much more of academic principles in performing this music, rather immobile, and doesn't see it dynamically as a music of an opera composer. All instrumental music of Mozart gains very much if you perform it in a theatrical way, thinking that it's the melody, it's the harmony, it's the phrasing, it's the rhythm, written by a man who has written the most beautiful operas.
It's just a little bit behind.
Jimmy sees this in Mozart. He performs it this way, and as Jimmy is a man of theater himself, Jimmy is as well an actor as a musician, and he's a producer in the same time because he cares about everything he's around. So he really lives Mozart in this way, and I think it's a very interesting approach to Mozart, and it's a very modern approach to Mozart. I find that the beautiful thing with Jimmy is when the curtains opens and we play, because in that moment, what he has been thinking, he has been suffering inside for months come out, but in the sign of joy.
Definitely, if I had to live with one composer, it would be Mozart, because I think he has the greatest range of expression. You know, he knows how to make something very sad, and he knows how to make something reflective sad. He knows how to write with a smile and a tear at the same time. These sort of little things, you know? It's sort of, he's definitely got the touch for this thing. And he writes so beautifully for the piano, for the violins, for everything. And, you know, he seems to know how to change the mood just like that. As a matter of fact, what I'm trying to say is that he knows exactly when to go from a standard thing into a new idea. It's just like he's talking along here, and he said, "Oh, did you hear this bit?" And it's like he talks to you, you know, his music. It's wonderful. His music is like a conversation all the time. There's always a question and an answer, and always in perfect style. I think Mozart is one of the composers who, when he was alive, he actually wrote and brought together the whole style that he was living in, the architecture of Vienna, the sort of Baroque thing that he was living. He knew how to put the turn on and how it was just exactly right. Not too, but he would just do everything dead right. And I think I could live quite happily with Mozart, you know, and he was a great one for writing things in different depths. You know, for example, he would write a simple melody like beam, boom, beam, boom. Now, to give it movement, you know, ding, 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 da da dun 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 da da dun 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 da da dun 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 da. Hey, da 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 da. You see, and he was all the time bubbling over with these little inventions and ideas, and his music, it's just like pearls. All the time. Beautiful. Everything perfect.
Galway has a reputation for demanding his own standards from all his collaborators. A momentary lapse by the orchestra triggers a flash of anger and a caustic tongue.
Too much.
It's not piano.
I told them it's too much. I told them already. I already told them. I told them in this moment. In this, while passing by.
Okay, but if it says
Ve l'ho
piano in the
detto
music,
che
play
deve essere
piano.
piano sostenuto.
Recommendation from the composer.
Facciamo. Da capo cosa volete fare?
You know, this movement, I think Mozart, he has everything muted. And although it's forte at the beginning, it's not somber. It's rather diaphanous in texture. It's not like the Requiem or anything like this. It's just a beautiful second movement, which is rather calm. And I think you should not be in such a great depth of thought. And of course, for these moments, you try to arrive with the correct feeling.
Un po' di più, meno il primo e di più il secondo. Senza diminuire. Excuse me. Flutes, can you play a little bit louder here?